Hello and welcome to Jack the Lego Maniac, and today I made my own custom Lego theme. The story is about a ragtag team of space cowboys trying to take down this big skeleton corporation that's run by skeletons, and they drive skeleton vehicles. Our main protagonists are a cowboy, a cowgirl, and an alien, which is just kind of there. But yeah, screw it, he's a cowboy too, or a cowgirl, or whatever. The main antagonists are the space skeletons, which include this dude, which is like their boss. I don't know his name, but maybe like it's Mr. Skull or something. Yeah, I like that. And these are like his two henchmen, and he has a whole army of people, but since I only have like 5 skeletons, I couldn't really make that expansive army. This quote-unquote first wave of sets includes 3 polybags and 4 sets. One of the polybags is this minifigure. His name is very mysterious, but he's a rebel from the space skeleton people, and he's trying to like kind of defeat them, and he believes that this control pad, if put in the right place, would blow up their base. So I just thought I'd throw him in this random polybag, and overall I think he's a pretty cool looking figure. Next up is the mini skeleton Marauder. This one is based off of a smaller version of a set that we're going to be looking at a little bit later. As you can see, he has that cool little skeleton in the front and that windscreen in the back. And over here we just have a random little skeleton dude piloting it with a video game controller. The final polybag is this little miniature space cowboy, like space motorcycle. I don't really know how to describe it, but I think it looks really cool with like a little flame in the back, the fact that it's all connected using just one Travis brick, and yeah, I think it's probably my favorite polybag. The first actual set of the wave is the space skeleton motorcycle chase attack thingy. I don't really know the names of these sets, so I'm kind of just improvising this. This set includes 2 skeleton vehicles and 1 space cowboy vehicle. Only problem is that I couldn't fit a hat on this alien dude, so he's not really a cowboy, but whatever. His little hoverboard is also really cool. I basically just used a snot brick and I connected those 2 slopes right there to create that nice angled look. But the best part of the set is easily the 2 like skeleton motorcycle thingies. They're not really motorcycles, but whatever. The smaller one has this cute little skeleton build in the front, a control pad right there, and a really nice looking flame in the back. And the bigger one is probably my least favorite, but the skeleton is built like slightly differently, so then I can separate it from this one. The wings are much larger with guns on them, and there's a little white thing in the back which has a way less cooler flame. In total, this set would probably cost around $15, which I think is a pretty good deal, seeing that you get 3 minifigures and 3 decent builds. The next set is the Skeleton Marauder. The first build is this cool Skeleton Marauder. In the front there's a nice little skeleton right there, which is probably my favorite in the wave outside of the biggest set. We're gonna get to that in a second. Right there's a nice little weapon that the skeletons can use in battle or whatever, and also kind of works as a cool little engine decoration. Moving back, there's a cockpit for 2 space skeletons. Doesn't matter who they are. They're just kind of vibing in there. And in the back there's this cool little 3 like prong design with some flames in the back right there. And overall, I think this build isn't really the most structurally sound, but I like the way how it's like really long and how it has a cool little like lowrider vibe. And in case you're interested, here's the mini Marauder right next to the big Marauder. The final build in the set is probably the most odd out of the entire wave. It is like, I don't even know, it's like a weird looking speeder bike thing. I tried to use like these wheel hubcaps as like one engine and then these grills in the middle, which I think looks cool, but then the way it kind of like rests on that flame isn't really the best, and the underside doesn't look too good at all. In total, I think this set would retail for about $20 or maybe $25, I'm not really sure. I think this lowrider build on its own is maybe 20 bucks, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below what the price of this set should be. For the second to last set, we have the skeleton mech, which includes a skeleton mech piloted by a skeleton, which I think is kind of funny, and a little mech for the Space Cowboys. For the skeleton mech, I used 2 small CCBS legs for, well, the legs, and I used like these little like curved, not really curved, but like angled pieces right here for the chest. For the arms, I used these little hump pieces, which I think kind of look more like cartoon gloves than like skeleton hands, but I think it's close enough. And for his head, I used these 2 little circle pieces and more of those hump pieces as the teeth. For the Space Cowboys mech, I loosely based it off of the Marvel mechs that are coming out this year, such as like the Miles Morales one. So this kind of includes like that same chest piece, including the same like base build and whatever. I just kind of swapped out the colors, and yeah, that's pretty much it. In total, this set would probably retail for about $30 to $35. I think the mech build right here would probably be $10 or $7, and this mech could either be $30 to $20. But overall, this is probably my favorite set in the wave so far. So here it is, the final set of Space Cowboys. This is probably my favorite of the entire wave, just because of this build right here, and the other side builds are also really cool. And yeah, let's get into those right now. There's 4 side builds in this set. There's 1 for each of the main protagonists, and a little speeder for our space skeleton rebel dude, which I think looks really nice. But the best part of this set has to be the asteroid that I made that has the skeleton in the front. But this asteroid skeleton thingy is also hiding a secret. If you open up the mouth, just like that, you can see right in there, there's the criminal mastermind boss dude, and he's on this little skeleton thing. And what you could do is you could pull out this entire section right here, and boom, now the skeleton boss guy has his own little skeleton speeder thingy. And with the skeleton speeder out, you can kind of see what's in there. I added a little throne room right there for him, which you can't really see because of the speeder, but I think it's a nice detail anyway. This skeleton speeder specifically uses a pretty basic skeleton face design with some flamethrowers on the sides. And this dude is just kind of connected to it by this handlebar right here. In the back of the asteroid, as you can see, there's a little jumper right here. And what that is for is that if you take the Space Rebel thing that had this pad and you put it right there, it doesn't really do anything, but then you could just kind of pretend that like, oh hey, the thing's about to explode. Or like the thing just got like souped up or something like that. I don't know. It's like classic space were kind of like that, where there wasn't really too many specific action features. It's more like just transforming. So I guess you could just use your imagination for this sucker, because at the end of the day, this is designed to be a toy. But it also looks pretty cool as a display piece as well. In total, this set would probably cost around $50. Only seeing that you get pretty much the entire cast of characters all having their own little speeders, and an entire planet which uses some big pieces right here in the back. So yeah, I think that price is pretty justified. I mean, yeah, it could also be $45. I think that'd maybe be a little bit more reasonable, but let me know down in the comments below. So overall, I think this theme is kind of mediocre. I was really hoping to make the skeleton asteroid thing like a really big $100 set. But since I ran out of 10 pieces halfway through the build, I just made it way smaller. But I do have to say, if this concept was turned into an actual theme, I think if LEGO tweaked it a little bit, it could be really cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed this different style of video, because I'd hope to do more custom LEGO themes in the future. And yeah, toodles!